Hello and welcome back to Yoga with me, Andrea. So this class is going to be focusing on legs with a lot of kind of hip and thigh work. So you'll probably find a yoga strap, dressing gown belt, towel, something that's kind of longish to help you, because we're going to be doing things like leg raises, and sometimes it can be really helpful to have the strap to help you get into the poses. Also, maybe set your mat up near furniture, a wall, a fireplace, or something, so you can kind of tap as well to help you with any standing balances. Have fun, enjoy, leave a comment about the video if you've liked it or any feedback, and subscribe to my channel. Have fun. Bye-bye. So we will start off lying down because it's the nicest way to start class. Have your yoga straps and blocks nearby because you might want to use them. And we're going to come down in Supta Baddha Konasana. So if you've got the same strap I have, which has got the D-rings on, you can simply feed the strap through both D-rings and then open the D-rings out and then thread it back through the back one, if you like, and then it'll turn into a loop. And you don't have to use it. If you've got yoga blocks, you can use those to support your legs. But essentially, you're going to come to your mat, soles of the feet together, knees dropping out. If you're using the strap, you can just drape it around your shins and thighs, and then let the strap take the weight of your knees. If you don't like the strap, don't have a strap, but you've got yoga bricks or thick books, you can pop them underneath your thighs to support the weight of your legs. And that's also comfortable. Or you might just be feeling super strong and just come fully to Supta Baddha Konasana. Whichever option you're taking, just tuck your shoulders in a little bit underneath you and try and draw your heels up closer towards your perineum. So if you are using the strap, you can just kind of pull the strap to bring the heels closer. Have your arms by your side. Close your eyes. And I want you, as we warm up with some breath work, to just let go of the legs. Now, your legs are heavy, so you will feel a stretch, a deep stretch on the inner thighs and around the hip area. So that's where the strap or the blocks can take the weight. But otherwise, closing your eyes, try and let go of the hips. Try to just let gravity do its thing. Relax your thighs. Don't hold on like with the muscles. Just relax them. Palms facing upwards. Lightly tuck your chin. Lengthen the back of the neck. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Hold the breath. And exhale through the nose. Release the breath. Relax the shoulders down. So we're going to do timing on the breath, and we're going to inhale for 4 and exhale for 8. So you'll need to really kind of judge how you're exhaling to make it last for 8 counts. So deep breath in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Out through the nose for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax those shoulders. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4, and exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax those shoulders. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4, and out 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2,
3, 4, and exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax, opening the eyes. Bring your hands to your outer thighs and slowly, gently bring the knees together. Ease it out a little bit. Put the strap to one side if you're using one, and then draw both knees into the chest. Interlace fingers over the shins and take a little rock from side to side, massaging the lower back. And then releasing, take hold of your strap. Bring your right foot to the mat. Pop the strap over the sole of the left foot. Extend that leg long up to the ceiling. Now you want your arms long, but you don't want your shoulders lifting. So you can reach your arms up and then actively pull the shoulders down, pulling the ball of the foot down, pushing the heel away. Your right leg can stay bent, or you could extend it long. See how it feels. Flex both feet, really, really pulling the toes in. On your next inhale, bend the knee, pull the strap, pull the knee into the chest. Exhale, length, pushing the foot away. Inhale, pull knee to chest. Exhale, push heel away. Inhale, knee to chest. And exhale, push that heel up. On your next inhale, straighten the leg. On your next exhale, can you just gently pull on the straps so your foot comes further over your face? It's quite tight on the hamstrings, so any tension, just bend the knee a tiny bit. Otherwise, just breathing here, relax your shoulders. And then put both straps into the left hand. Bring your right hand onto your right hip. And we're going to lower the left leg out to the side, but you're going to stop the instant the right hip starts to lift. So lowering the leg out, only coming as far. Once the hip starts to lift, push the hip down and keep the leg there. Pull the toes towards you, push the heel away. And then maybe with each breath, you'll find a bit of extra length and maybe a bit of extra lowering, but keep both hips down, both shoulders down, breathing here. Focusing on your thighs, on your hips. You want to feel a nice stretch down the back of the left hamstrings, the back of the thigh. And then on your next inhale, bring the leg back to center. Swap straps to opposite hand. Extend left arm long. Now we're not coming into a full twist. What I want you to do is to flex both feet and then just bring the leg over a tiny way. You'll feel a really intense stretch down the outer thigh. Pause the minute it feels like it's going to be painful. It shouldn't be painful, but it is an intense stretch. And push the heel away, just pausing here. Maybe bringing the leg over a tiny bit more, but it's quite a strong one, so be careful here. You want the leg as straight as you can get it. And then on your next inhale, bring the leg up, release the foot from the strap, bend the knee. And let's take the other foot up in the strap. And again here, you can keep the left knee bent or you can extend it long. Whichever option you're taking, both feet are flexed, pull toes in. Arms are long, shoulders are down. Inhale, bend the knee, pull the straps, pull that knee to the chest. And exhale, lengthening. Inhale, drawing knee down. Exhale, length. Inhale, knee to chest, and exhale, long muscles. And now maybe on your next breath, inhale, push the heel away, and maybe pulling the foot higher up over your face. Breathing here, try and relax the tops of your shoulders. Then both straps in the right hand, left hand on left hip. Start to lower the leg out. Stop the minute that hip starts to lift. You want both hips, both shoulders firmly on the mat. You want the tops of your shoulders relaxing as much as is possible. And push that right heel away. Breathing here. keeping feet flexed and smile. Enjoy the stretch. And then slowly bringing the right leg up. Swap straps to left hand. Right arm extends out on the floor. And right leg comes over you, over your body, but not very far. You'll know when to stop because you'll feel a really deep stretch on the outer thigh. Both hips down, both shoulders down. Breathing here. And then bringing that leg up, release the foot, bring the knees into the chest. And then draw your knees, not into the chest, but more into the armpits. So out to the side of your chest. And then from there, can you slowly, pulling on the knee, extend them out a little bit? You'll feel the stretch on the inner thighs and hips and release back in. So using the breath, take a deep breath in. Exhale, pulling the knees out. Pause here. Inhale. And as you exhale, can you deepen that bent leg straddle? You're not forcing the knees wider. You're just kind of letting them ease out a little bit. Pausing here, breathing here. And then slowly, slowly release the knees in. Hands behind your thighs as we rock and roll up and down the spine and coming to a comfortable cross-legged seat pose. So make sure you are sitting comfortably. And what I'd like you to get the sense of is bringing your cross-legged pose so your knees are coming further down towards the ground. So maybe putting one leg in front of the other and easing the knees down. You might want to bring yourself up sitting on a block or a cushion so the knees are coming down lower. And then I want you to bring your hands onto the knees and you're just going to ease them down, but there should never be pain. It's just to deepen that stretch on the inner thighs and hips. And then push into your sits bones, lengthen the spine. Draw the shoulders down, lengthen the neck. Uddiyana Bandha, belly button, pulling up and in, nice strong core. Can you grow your spine a little bit more? Can you push a little bit more into your sits bones? Can you grow another 0.5 centimeter? And then take a deep breath in through the nose. As you exhale, just turn your head, look over one shoulder. Inhale back to center and over the other shoulder. Releasing back to center. Releasing your knees, bring your hands a little bit behind your hips, fingers pointing forwards. And what I want you to do is I want you to lean back into the hands, get the arms as straight as you can, and then see if you can bring your knees down closer to the mat. You can stay there pushing the knees down, or you can lift your hips, arching the back, looking up to the ceiling. Pausing here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Release your bottom down and then bring your legs out, taking a nice wide-legged straddle. Have your hands behind you and push yourself more upright. Maybe that little wiggle in the hips and waist to just get yourself a bit straighter. Pull your toes in towards you. Maybe pulling them in so tightly your heels lift. Release your hands and just bring your hands to rest on your legs. Reset the spine and then just start creeping your fingertips down your legs. And pause. Our little waggle from side to side. Fingers maybe coming towards the ankle. Pause. Little waggle from side to side. And maybe taking the top of the foot or your toes or the inner edges of your feet, wherever you can reach. Pause here. Now look down to the floor. Neck is long. Inhale, length into the spine. And then pulling on wherever you can reach on your feet or legs. Can you bring yourself a little lower? And you will feel this on your inner thighs. So pause if there's pain. Watch your lower back. Breathing here. And then maybe bring your hands to the floor, lower the forearms, drop chin to chest. And just breathing here. Trying to get your legs as straight as you can. And what I'd like you to have a go at doing is, can you kind of squeeze your kneecaps and push the backs of your legs down a little bit more onto the mat? Maybe the backs of the knees even making contact with the mat. And then lifting your head on your next inhale. Push into the hands, lengthen arms, walk yourself back and bring the soles of the feet together. Interlace fingers under the feet, draw the heels in, and let's just give our butterfly, our mariposa wings a little flap here before we come over, and we'll do a few movements on all fours. So to come onto all fours, you can either cross at the ankle, rolling over the knees, or just bring your feet out to the side and bring yourself to your comfortable tabletop. A couple of rounds of cat-cow. So drop the belly, lift the tailbone, push into the hands, keep those shoulders strong, dipping the belly. Inhale, lifting up, arching your back to your cat. Exhale, releasing down to your cow. Inhaling, lift, and exhale to lower. This time, as you lift up, pull your belly button up and in. Stay here for a moment. Breathing here. Can you push harder into your knees, harder into your hands? And then release to a more neutral back. Now walk your knees as wide as your mat. They might come off the mat. You might want to stay on the mat. And then just come down to your forearms. We're coming to a froggy pose. So stop if you feel anything that's too tight in your hips and thighs. But otherwise, just sliding the knees away. Support your weight on your arms and see how wide you can bring your legs. And then just sink your belly and your hips down. And maybe drop your chin to your chest, breathing here. Deep inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, can you just find a little bit more space on the inner thighs? Deep inhale. And exhale, maybe a tiny bit deeper. To come out of it, slide your toes behind you and then bring your knees back in. Reset yourself on all fours. Keep your hands where they are. Draw hips to heels. Slide the hands away. Keep elbows lifted and lower your forehead to the mat. Extended child pose, releasing down. Draw the shoulders back and away from the ears. Slide your shoulder blades in and down behind you. Deep, even breaths here. And then lifting your head, looking forwards. Spread your fingers wide. Check your hands are shoulder width. Tuck your toes underneath you as you lift up to take your first down dog. And I'd like you to just walk the dog out first of all. So bending one knee, opposite foot, heel to the mat, other knee. And just walk it out, pedaling the knees. Maybe twisting a little bit in the hips and the waist. Maybe looking under one arm and then the other. Basically just stretching out here. Whatever feels good for your lower back, for your legs. And then eventually coming to your still downward facing dog. Can you lift the hips? Can you push your chest closer to your thighs? Can you lower your heels a little bit more? And then looking forward, bend the knees and walk up to the top of your mat. Bring the toes together, heels apart, and take a deep fold over your thighs. Bend the knees, rest your belly and chest on your thighs. Give your head a nod, a shake. Lift the toes, spread them wide. Place them carefully down. Chin tucks to chest, and we're going to slowly roll up. Arms are just dangling heavy. Keep the chin tucked to the chest as your legs straighten. As your spine straightens, arms reaching out, reaching up, looking up, and hands come into heart center. So we're going to do a few rounds of sun salutations, and there's going to be some deep hip and thigh work here as well. In fact, a little reminder, grab your yoga blocks or your bricks and actually have them at the front of your mat, either side of the mat, because you're gonna need them to come deeper into the poses. So first couple of rounds we'll go a little bit slowly, then we'll start to go faster, build up some heat, and play around with our hips, thighs, and legs. So arms by your side, shoulders drawing away from ears, lift the kneecaps, squeeze the fronts of the thighs. Don't forget, little pelvic tilt from your lower back, drawing down underneath you. Pull that belly button up and in. Inhale, arms out wide. Spread the fingers wide as palms lift overhead. Flip your palms, pull your belly button up and in as you swan dive with soft knees, nose to knees in your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Lift the right foot, step it back. Take a lunge. Come to your fingertips, pausing here, or you can lower the back knee. Sink yourself a little deeper till you feel a deep stretch at the front of the right hip. See what feels good for you today. Every day is different in yoga. And then hands flat either side of left foot. Lift right knee and step back. Take your plank. Lower the knees, chest and chin. Slide to your baby cobra. Push your knees, tuck toes, and we're back in our down dog. Left leg stays down, right leg lifting up high, three-legged dog. Looking forward, sweep, or grab behind the heel and move the right foot between your hands. Coming up onto your fingertips in a low lunge, or drop the knee, shift weight forwards, stretching out the front of the left hip. And on your next inhale, push into the right foot, step left foot forwards to a deep, deep fold, nose towards knees. On your next inhale, arms reaching out, reaching up as you reverse your swan dive. As hands come to heart center, pull that belly button up and in. Inhale, arms out wide, take a back bend, flip palms. Exhale, swan dive to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Make sure your neck is long, you're looking down to the floor. Exhale, fold. Step the left foot back. Keep the left heel lifted, left hand under left shoulder, right arm lifting up to a twist. Looking up to the ceiling. Reach the hand higher. Spread the fingers really wide. Pausing here. And then right hand outside right foot, step back, take your plank. Lower your knees, chest and chin, still warming up. Inhale, cobra to your knees, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up high, three-legged dog. Looking forward, sweep it between your hands. Right hand under right shoulder, left arm lifts up. Twisting up, looking up, spread the fingers, reach the arm further. Reach the arm further still until you feel all your upper arm muscles engaging. And then left hand outside left foot, step forward to your fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Don't forget to pull your belly button up and in as your arms lift. And hands to heart center. Inhaling out and up. Exhale, swan dive to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And you've got two choices here. Exhale, fold. If you want to jump back, bring your hands a bit in front of your feet. And then step or jump back, taking your plank. Choices here, knees, chest, chin, like we've been doing, or come up onto the top of your big toe. Hug your biceps to your rib cage as you chaturanga and lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Right foot stays down, left foot lifts up high. Looking forward, sweep the foot between your hands and pause. Lower the right knee, flatten the right foot. I'm going to pivot round so you can see me a little bit better. So we're setting up for lizard pose. So first of all, I would like you to just walk your hands back, extend that front foot, the left foot, draw your nose down to the knee. You'll feel it on the back of the thigh. Inhale, walk your hands forward and come into a really deep forward lunge. Feel it on the front of the right thigh. Inhale, walking backwards, extend the left leg. Exhale, walking forwards, sink the hips low. Nice. Now come back to a more neutral pose. Bring your left hand inside the left foot. And then slide the right leg away from you a little bit. And you can keep the knee down, or you can tuck the toes and lift the knee. But you can leave the knee down to start off with and then lift it. So hands are under shoulders. You can either grab one of your blocks, bring your forearms to your yoga block and come down, or you can come onto the outer edge of that left foot and let the left knee drop out a little bit. Give yourself a bit more space and see if you can get your forearms down. But use the block if this is not right for you today. And you can breathe here. Maybe even bring your forehead onto the block or on the lower setting. And if you want to, you can tuck the right toes behind you, lift the knee, and then start drawing circles over your hips. Now, it's quite an intense pose, so be gentle on yourselves, but always give everything a try. And if you are circling over your hips, make sure you do a few in both directions. Breathing here. And then if you've got the knee lifted, pop it down for a moment. Bringing your hands back under your shoulders. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to step back and take your plank. Really nice. Lower the knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. And meeting in downward facing dog. Give the legs a little pedal. Push one heel, then the other to the mat. And then pausing in your downward facing dog, look forwards. Right leg lifts up behind you. Bringing it forward, step or move it between your hands. And staying here for just a moment, coming to your deep lunge. Really nice. Lower the left knee, flatten the left foot. And then walking the hands back, extend the right leg. And then pull the toes up and see if you can get your nose towards your knee. And inhale, walk forward, sink the hips down. Coming back, extend nose to knee. Walking forward, sink it down. And one more time, coming backwards, lift the toes. And then coming forwards again. Now, bring your right arm inside the right knee. Make sure your hands are under your shoulders. Slide the left leg back and away from you a little bit. And remember, you can come onto the outer edge of that right foot, dropping the knee down. You can come onto your yoga block, or see if you can get your forearms to the mat. You can grab your yoga brick, rest your forehead on the block, or bring your forehead down to your hands. See where you are in your practice today. If you want to take it a little bit further, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, and start to draw your circles, extending deep in the hips, the thighs. And again, if you are circling, make sure you're doing both directions. Always keeping that lovely balance in your yoga. And then lift your head. Bring hands back under your shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Tuck your left toes, bring the left knee up and step back. Take your plank. Lower the knees. Bring the knees together, the feet together. Lower your hips. Bring your arms behind you, folding over your thighs. Forehead to the mat. Take a little rest. In child's pose, easing out your lower back and relax those shoulders. If your forehead doesn't meet the mat happily, easily, you could always pop a block under your forehead. It does make it a little bit more comfortable. See how it feels for you today. On every inhale, can you find length in your spine? On every exhale, can you draw your heels closer to the hips? Relax your shoulders a little bit more. Breathing here. And then on your next inhale, lift your head. Reach your arms long on the mat. Spread your fingers wide. Tuck toes. And we're back in our downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up high, three-legged dog. Looking forward, step or move it between your hands. Lower the right knee. So now you definitely need your blocks or books. So have them on whichever setting is going to feel good for you. Sometimes doing the highest setting first and then kind of adapting it as you move. And what you're going to do is you're going to move forwards, use the blocks to lift your torso higher so your spine stays quite long. And then you're going to walk them backwards, lift that front toe. Now, if you haven't got blocks, you can just use your hands on your finger pads. You probably won't be able to get quite so deep into it, but just moving like so. And then if you have got your blocks or books, we're going to come down into Hanumanasana. So flex that front foot and start to slide it away in front of you. See how that feels on the back of your leg. And then start to slide the back leg away from you, behind you. And then pause. See how that feels. And maybe this is far enough. Or maybe you can bring yourself a little more upright and slide your legs just a little bit further. No pain though. It's got to feel like a really good stretch, but definitely no pain. And just relax the front foot. You can push into the blocks and let yourself maybe sink a little bit deeper. Just see how it feels. And then to come out of it, move the block behind you out of the way a bit, drop the left hip down, release the blocks, and just swing your left foot in towards the right thigh. So we're coming to a seated fold. So draw the heel in as far as it will go to the perineum, and then try and pull with using your leg muscles, your knee down a little bit. It might still be lifted, but the goal is to bring it down. And then slide your right hand down the leg, take hold of the knee, shin, ankle. You can use your strap, put that around the foot if that's going to make it easier. See what's going to work for you. Now draw your left shoulder open, lift the left arm and look up towards the hand. And then pulling on the strap or on your toes, start to come over into a fold, bringing the arm overhead, bicep to the ear. Breathing here. Going to stay here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage your core to lift yourself up and bring that left hand behind you. Release the strap away from your foot. And then you're going to start to lift up onto the left knee. So sweeping your arm in front of you, coming up onto the knee, arch your back in a modified wild thing. Lift the hips, stretch out your hips, stretch out your inner thighs. And exhale, releasing it down. Beautiful. Bring your hands over to the front of the mat. Step back and take your plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, cobra, or up dog, and we'll meet in our downward facing dog. And again, you can pedal your knees out, you can stretch it out, maybe building up heat, getting warmer like I am, and then pausing in your downward facing dog. Left foot stays down, right leg's going to lift up high. Looking forward, sweep, step, or move it between your hands. And lower the left knee. Nice, flatten the foot. And then grab hold of your bricks or books,
cushions, anything that you might be using. And first of all, just let yourself sink down a little bit. Just feel that deep stretch down the front of the left hip. And then pushing onto the blocks or the mat, walk yourself back, lift the toes. And then coming forwards, sink the hips a bit deeper. Walking back, lift the toes. Try and get that right leg straight. And then walking forwards, sinking deeper still. One more time. Walking back, extend. And then come to a more neutral pose. And you do have to move the blocks as you start to come down. So lift the front leg toes. And first of all, extend the heel. Lead with the heel, getting that leg as straight as you can. And you can stay here. This is so good for your legs. If you want to take it deeper, you can start to slide the back leg away and keep stretching that front leg out. Move the blocks so they're supporting your weight. Try and get your arms straight on the blocks. Try and get your spine as straight as it'll go. And then just breathing here, try and let go of the muscles around your hips, your thighs, your glutes, and see if you can come just a fraction deeper. I promise with practice, this does work. It might not be the most comfortable thing you've ever done in your life, but it's kind of fun. To come out of it, move your right block away, come down onto your right butt cheek, and then bring the right foot in towards the left thigh. So we're doing the other side. Just clear some space around you. And then try and draw the heel in as high as it will go. And at the same time, draw the knee down as far as it will go. Sliding your hand down your leg, left hand, left leg, either with the strap or taking hold of the foot. See what's going to work on this side. Each side is different every time. It's kind of weird. Draw the right shoulder open, reach the right hand up, looking up, and then pulling on the strap, bending the elbow or pulling on your feet. Start to fold over, bring that right arm over. I forgot to mention this on the other side. Draw the right shoulder back. You want to keep your chest open rather than hunching forwards. It's a sideways stretch. You'll feel it down the right waist. Breathing here. To come out of it, pull your belly button up and in, bring yourself up, lose the strap, bring right hand behind you a little bit. Left hand sweeping up and out as you come to your modified child thing on the other side. Lift the hips, arch the back. Drop the arm down behind you a little bit more. Breathe. And then slowly, slowly bring yourself back round and bring yourself back to sitting on the mat. Grab your strap again. Bring the soles of the feet together. And we're going to all use the strap for this. So holding the strap around your feet, I want you to really pull it in as far as you think it'll go, and then pull it a bit further still. Now you'll see my knees have lifted. So then try and draw the knees down. Pulling on the strap, you're going to pull your spine straight, really kind of building up tension there. And then draw the knees down and lengthen your spine. And keep pushing the knees away from you for another 5, another 4, 3, 2, 1. And release, release, release. Bring your legs in front of you. Bring them nice and long. Bring your hands behind you, fingers facing away. And just give your legs a nice little waggle, a nice little bash on the mat. Release that tension. We've worked our hips and knees and thighs really strongly. And then feet flat, knees are bent. We're just going to take a Navasana, our balancing bear, before we come down. So feet and knees roughly a clenched fist width apart. Hands behind the thighs. Push into your sits bones, lengthen the spine. Pull the shoulders down and away from the ears and just look straight in front of you. Fire up your core. Lift one leg, lift the other leg, coming to your boat pose, to your Navasana. You can stay with the legs apart or bring the knees and feet together.
It's slightly less strenuous with the legs apart, but sometimes it's more comfortable with the legs together. And you can release one arm, bring it back, the other arm, or you can release both arms, reaching them up high, looking up towards the ceiling. Reach your arms longer, pull the shoulders down, pull the knees in towards you. For another 5, another 4, another 3, another 2, another 1. Don't put the feet down. Bring the knees wide, grab hold of those big toes, balancing on your sits bones. Start to lift the legs. Start to bring them out to the side to a straddle. Push the heels away. Pull the toes down. Now, try and draw the feet a bit wider. If it's too much, both legs, one leg at a time, and then bending and bringing it in as I fall over. Find what's best for you today. Draw the shoulders down, push the heels away. If you fall over and roll backwards, you get that free massage. Pausing here, breathing here. For another 5, another 4, another 3, 2, 1. Keep hold of the big toes as you bring your legs back up together in an inverted V. Release the big toes. Point the toes, reach the arms for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release the feet. C-shape your lower back, chin to chest as you slowly release yourself down to the mat. Hug the knees in, give them a squeeze, a little roll from side to side. And then keeping the knees lifted up high, just start to draw the knees to the right. Gaze towards the left hand outstretched on the other side. Relax your shoulders, taking a full body twist. If you want to, you can extend the top leg or just keep both knees bent. See what feels nice. Try and relax your shoulders into the mat. Try and let go around your hips. Release. And then fire up your core. Draw your belly button up and in. Bring the knees back tightly into the chest. And then draw them to the left. Extend the right arm, coming to a twist on the other side. Turn your head towards the right. Relax the shoulders. Relax your hips. Relax everything down. Then slowly bring the knees up. One more little hug, one more squeeze in to the chest. And then release to set up for your Shavasana. I don't recommend Supta Baddha Konasana because we've worked the inner thighs quite tightly. So either bent knees, feet mat width, or legs extended long. Arms by your sides, palms facing up. Relax the shoulders, relax the hips. Your arms and legs. Deep breaths in and out, equal length breath. On every exhale, relax a little bit more. Focus on your breath. And then on your next inhale, take a really deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly turn your head one way, draw your chin to the shoulder. Inhaling back up and exhale to the other shoulder. Inhale back to center. Start to move your fingers, your toes. Stretch your palms, stretch your feet. Rotate the wrists and ankles. And then slide your legs together. Point your toes away from you. Inhale, arms up long overhead. Interlace fingers, push the palms away. Take a full body stretch. Can you point your toes more? Can you push your palms away more? And then slowly bringing the arms back over. Hug one knee and then the other knee into the chest. Give them a squeeze. Rolling to one side. And bringing yourselves up to your comfortable cross-legged seats. Bringing the hands to heart center. Hands to the third eye. And namaste. Thank you for joining me.